And all the beats from escapism to get on up, all of them funky beats. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But there's so many.
Thank you.
There's so many people out there, man, that just,
Thank you.
they don't want to hear. You know, they don't listen. That's all. The young guys, they just won't listen.
They know it all.
Well,
They won't hear you. They won't hear you, man. There's so much going on, and you, regardless to who's playing, you can always learn something from somebody else. And when they say experience, I don't care how young you are, how much energy you got, I can sit and do the same thing you doing and get up and go do something else. When you finish, you got to go fall out somewhere because you done wore yourself, you done flagged yourself out, man. You ain't nothing just around. Well, I'm lazy, so why do I need to do all that when I can get the same thing? Well, that's what it is, yeah. Yeah.
I just want to say thank
well,
you. I had to
that's,
get it.
that's a word for it. If you can't pay attention and follow the team, make the team grow, get a job.
Yeah.
That's it. You're out of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and it's just not, it's not really hard. But it seems as though we are degressing instead of progressing. We're going backwards. You know, they get up there and you ask them to play, and half of them can't play. If you can get up there, we can get up there right now. We can get ahead and play anything we want to play with us. But some of these guys come in, I don't know that. Can you hum a few balls? Maybe I heard it. No, you don't listen. You don't open yourself up to listen to all the music. Yeah. That's the way it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I just really appreciate it because
Now you just act like you're a reporter. That's what you're doing. You're sitting there being a reporter.
Well, no.
No,
I know.
no.
I know where
I mean,
you
like,
come from.
I don't take this for granted what y'all just did here today.
Thank you. That's what you. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't take it for granted when I.
And you can't beat the experience, Lord. I don't know. I don't care what you do. You can't beat that experience. You know.
I had to bring my whole family down for it.
You know, another thing is too, like Jab was saying, I think when you're younger, we all have tendencies to play more because we're trying to impress our fellow musicians and
Right.
and we're trying to make some headway. We want to, see, I can do this, you know. You're looking for a job, you're looking for for success in the music business. And I think that's one of the reasons that happens. You don't think so much about the togetherness with the other guys because you're trying to prove yourself, you know. I think if you once you've learned that sometimes to prove yourself, it may not necessarily mean, like Jabo said, that it's not necessarily the technique and I can play this line and that line. It's how you play it, what you play, how you play it, and make room so that it works with the other guys. And then people look at you as more as a team player. You know?
Yeah.
But there are guys that are incredible musicians. Your brother, Victor, man, bass player, man, I don't care. For me, I love him, man. My heart is with him 100%. But he's an exception, man. He's unbelievable.
Right.
The thing about Victor, he grew up on all this music.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about Victor. That's the good thing. You know why? Because he can groove.
I was gonna say.
There
He
you
wants
started
to
out.
groove.
That's
He
the
can
thing.
groove. And you know what? When I first saw him play, that's the first thing that hit me. He had a great feel for the music. Didn't make any difference if you play 2 notes or 22 notes. They had that feel for the music. I mean, and yeah,
That's what I'm saying. A lot of we grew up with a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
and that was
see,
just
you be
coming out,
taught that. I was telling some of these guys here when I left home, before I left home and went on the road, it was blues gigs, man. Everybody was out there listening to them blues. Everybody played the blues. And those artists that came in single, like was booked single and come and you with a band playing behind them, they would come to a rehearsal. And I don't care who he was. He said, we're going to do this tune right here, and we're going to do it in a shuffle. Well, shuffle, what? And then he turn around and look at you and said, You say, well, I could play. That's no shuffle. Hey, I tell you what you do. You get him off of here. I don't want him up here. He can't play with us. Get somebody that can play a shuffle. And if you couldn't play a shuffle, they sent you home. They didn't. You couldn't play. You didn't work. And I mean, dude, when I said, well, man, as much as I play. You don't play a shuffle. I don't care. I have to have the shuffle. I have to listen to that. And then it was a way that all of those guys had certain things that they played that you had to play with it. You know, I never will forget, I saw Shep Shepherd with Bill Doggett, and I was sitting back there on that stool looking through that hole in that door. I said, how is he playing that? And when that organ kicked, man, he just sit there, and I mean, it was just stomping, and I wanted to learn how to do that. It was, man. I said, I got to learn how to do that. And I would ask him, and everybody that would come around, I would ask how you do certain things, and I would watch guys play to see how you do things, man. There was a guy that came out there with you from you guys. The tenor player used to go out with all of the bands. Joe Turner, that was another. He went out with Choker Campbell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You heard of Choker Campbell?
Yeah, I know.
He had a drummer that could do it, and I used to ask him how was he doing it, man. It's just amazing. You learn things from different guys and guys.
Pistol, could have been Pistol?
Yeah.
That guy, well, he was a shuffling fool.
Yeah.
He was,
Pistol was that, man.
It was a pistol too.
Yeah, it is. And you play. There's so many ways you can play a shuffle.
Yeah.
So many ways you can play it. You can play to fit the groove. That's all.
Right. But I like the way you guys drop that shuffle into the funky beats. It's got that swing and that shuffle thing about it.
Yes.
It's shuffling at the same time, and that's that little swing thing.
Well, that be your own little thing, you know. That be your own little salt pepper.
Yeah, it's like salt and paper shaking it. You know, I mean, different people like Teddy Riley call it the New Jack Swing, but it was just y'all shuffle. That's all. You know, they was putting that swing into the
they
beat.
name it. Well, yeah, you know.
You know, there was just that swing sensibility in it.
What? I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, thank you. I had to give
Thank
you some
you.
words.
Thank
I had
you
to get a
so
story,
much. I
man. Good
appreciate
job.
Come on, boy, quick.